All right, we're going to go over Titan's Gathering today. This one is basically a boss rush mode, so you got to fight the Southern Runes one, then you got to fight the Desert one, and then I think you got to fight one more too, but let's get into it. First boss pretty easy. I spammed Moblins. You can spam whatever you want. All you got to do is hit the weak spot, and when the weak spot is down, switch to Sword Zelda and slice, slice, slice. When it gets like that, switch back. Don't waste your energy because it's going to carry on between the fights, so don't just sit in there. Let your goblins take the hits and let them do the damage. Again, same thing, a ranged one. When I first did this, Keese worked to get the shoulder, so again, just keep that up. And I think you have 3 or 4 rounds of this before that boss is defeated. Next is the water boss, and now I remember why I forgot this guy. I hate it. I use my shark, but you can use whatever for the first phase, because all you got to do is get above him and then break those and basically hit its back until it resets and then repeat. When you do enough damage, it'll basically go to the super annoying part where there's not water here, so you can't fly up and hit it freely with your sword. But that's okay. So what it does is basically it wraps around. So it'll do its little moves, and then you'll get a chance to try to attack it, which I never seem to land effectively. You can try and use flying enemies or flying creatures, but they just don't work super well. I prefer to try and get him when he's in the water. So after it leaves and starts wrapping around to go to the other side, that flower guy works pretty decently on the air, but wait for it, shark, boom. Basically, you do for the ambush, or you could even use your sword, predict where it's going to go, land on top of it, and finish this dude. This fight sucks. Last guy you got is in the desert. It's that mole dude that will just dig up. First part of the fight's pretty simple. Try to avoid taking the damage, and then when he comes out, you do the damage, and then use whatever creatures you want. Like I said, I really like all these boomerang moblins because they, throw a lot of boomerang. It's the next phase that's a little difficult because of the sandstorms instantly killing most of your mobs. So what you want to do is try and spawn as many as you can. And then when this guy is either A, about to land on top of you to dive into the sand at you, or dive at you through the sand, you need to place, basically try and place like either a rock or a statue or something to block its path so it'll run into it. Why I didn't remember to do that through the entire fight, I don't know. But that would have made this fight a lot easier. The spear moblins aren't bad either. But again, where you're going to do the most damage is when it charges you and you make it hit a rock. I did not do that. I did way harder than I needed to in this fight. But when you use the rock, you'll get through it quick. 10 minutes is way more than enough time. You should be able to get through it. And this is the last fight. So once you're done, I think you might have 1 or 2 more challenges left, but you're on your way to that katana. So congratulations.